The view's fantastic. The view is of downtown Chicago.
After the rush, a rush hour.
Yeah, always running around, always working through traffic.
Daisy Arashiba settles into his 2-bedroom, 1.5-bath apartment. The comic actor and musician calls this home and home office for,
what, 7 years?
But this year, he discovered his nest.
Was that a falcon?
Expanded, unexpectedly.
Well, I'm sure you know the Chicago Housing Authority's like, that's not a legal bedroom out there in the balcony.
Part of his 28th floor Lakeview apartment was taken over by a pair of squawky squatters.
When they get together, they become kind of the Bickersons. It's like, what are you doing? It's like, I've been flying around hunting things. And what do you got? I got something. I just killed it. You want to eat some? Sure. You know.
Peregrine falcons are a bird of prey traditionally nesting in places like barren cliff faces.
And I happen to have empty window boxes because I'm a terrible gardener.
He branded the birds after famous musicians.
Steve and Linda, because Perry, Steve Perry and Linda Perry.
Eventually discovering his new neighbors made more than music.
And there are 4 chicks. There's Luke Perry, Katy Perry, Joe Perry, and because it's Chicago, Refrigerator Perry.
The birds are federally protected, so it is against the law to move the nest. Arashiba has limited access to his balcony for about another month. That's when this feathered family could say farewell.
Chicks that have been born here have ended up as far away as Ecuador.
For now, the hum of traffic is part of the lullaby for 4 newborns. The Windy City providing a perch and one man providing the rent for some temporary tenants.
So there they are. Unfortunately, I'm okay with it.
Jeremy Ross, CBS 2 News. In the outer outfields of a ballpark built on history, a kind of Cubs throwback rounds the grounds of the friendly confines.
It's a car to be seen.
This is really cool.
What's it doing here?
Yeah, I'm back in the 80s.
They point, they pull the cameras out.
Pretty cool.
I'm a huge Back to the Future fan.
The pilot of his 1981 DeLorean is Tom Sidor.
I'm the official time machine operator. So in 1985, when the movie came out, I had to have a DeLorean.
I had no idea the car was still in existence.
It speaks to something more important, and that is a Cubs victory.
That passed Back to the Future 2 script at Chicago, winning it all in the present.
We're here.
And over the past 4 months, the team's play motivated this engineer by day to work hundreds of hours, day and night.
Because there's a lot of parts to it, and you got to make sure they fit well. This is a Menard special. Mr. Fusion is purchased a la Amazon.com. Harnesses the energy from the flux field in the front to the flux capacitor. Do that, you get your 1.21 gigawatts, you're good to go. This thing is not a monster. It's got 130 horsepower.
But what it lacks in go, it makes up for in show, turning heads and even snouts.
A lot of smiles on people's faces, that's for sure.
The number-focused engineer calls the movie's prediction mere coincidence.
This is wild.
Others wonder if it's where good fortune and good timing finally intersect on the north side.
Fate, time, destiny. It is it. It is meeting.
Jeremy Ross, CBS 2 News. The line was long, the wait was longer.
We out here, man. Been here 3 days, 4 days, Mike, just for you, bro.
Hundreds seeking scarce Michael Jordan shoes.
Jumpman, 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 them boys up to something.
We're gonna keep one, maybe sell 2.
5 stores in the country receive the OVOs.
People go crazy for those.
It's very rare, very hard to find.
But what Sabrina Curtis and family search for
I didn't come here to buy shoes.
isn't sold in any store.
My faith and my heart told me that he was here.
Sabrina's brother saw pictures of the long lines posted on social media and happened to spot a family member she hadn't seen for more than a decade.
So I came from Waukegan.
She walked around the lengthy line, getting help from strangers.
There's like a culture. It's kind of like your family.
Sneakers bring the whole world together, man.
Until one soul waiting for shoes was reunited with another. Her nephew, Jeremy Henderson, came in from Memphis for the sneakers, not realizing it would turn into a family reunion.
She haven't seen me in over 15 years. I miss you too.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's awesome.
I was overwhelmed.
Shoes brought the masses to one store. Not many can say it brought a family together.
Michael Jordan never did nothing for me.
And Mike's the man. Shout out to Mike.
But in a sense, he brought me closer, helped me find my relative.
Jeremy Ross, CBS 2 News. They wait like groupies outside a hotel for a kind of rock star with 4 paws and a tail whose traveling tale leads through Chicago.
He's just celebrity.
He's been on TV, I don't know how many times.
Everyone loves Poe.
Are they all waiting here?
The dozens gathered never met each other.
Thank you guys for coming out.
But Thomas Neil Rodriguez knows them. They're followers of his dog Poe from his Instagram account, Poe the Dog's Big Adventure. The lab mix, named after author Edgar Allan Poe, shares his road trips with about 118,000 followers, making recent stops at Michael Jackson's childhood home, Millennium Park, and Navy Pier. It is all part of his big journey.
Because I don't know how much time I have with him.
Sadly, that journey is coming to an end.
He's in renal failure.
It's sad to see.
He does have a bunch of tumors.
I know he has a lot of bad days.
They're like time bombs. Yeah. So he could last a year, he could last 2 days.
Rodriguez and his fiancée are spending those final moments traveling the nation with a shelter dog they adopted as an 8-week-old puppy. It is sometimes difficult to watch the now 15-year-old. He needs help getting around, travels in a cart, and requires near round-the-clock care.
You're a good boy.
Some question if this is best for the dog, but others meeting Poe and his family in person come to a different conclusion.
The love that they provide for him, it's unconditional.
It's financially, spiritually, like emotionally taxing. This is our therapy. And when, unfortunately, the day he's not around, like, I can remember this.
They don't know when Poe's adventure will end, but they'll enjoy what time remains, sharing it with thousands moved by his life and lessons learned on the road.
He's living every day, and kind of tells me I should do that too.
Jeremy Ross, CBS 2 News.
Thank God, gotta trust these feet.
Drawn to a formidable facade, dozens hang by their fingers and feet.
Bug that gets every climber.
People craving adrenaline and pulling away from the pull of gravity.
This addiction to be off the ground.
But one man at Chicago's Brooklyn Boulders is cheating gravity in a way not many can believe.
He's an incredibly strong climber. Like one of the strongest I've seen.
You clip the left one.
One of the things you'll notice about Julian Juju Gask
Merci.
is his French accent.
I mean, thanks.
The other thing is what he's wearing on his leg.
So I just have to undo these things. Then I cut an opening here so I could fit in.
Cancer's grip latched onto the soft tissue in his right foot. It needed to be removed.
There was also a part of me that was like, why me? It's so unfair. I need my foot to climb.
The man with a passion for climbing eventually approached rounds of chemotherapy, like he approaches scaling a surface.
Just grab the next hold. Keep moving forward.
Insurance paid for treatments, a walking prosthesis, but not a leg he can use for climbing.
By now, it just defines who I am.
In an effort to keep cancer from claiming both his foot and his identity, he made his own climbing foot.
Now that here,
a collection of duct tape, shoe parts, plastic, and wood provides a temporary solution. Friends convinced him to set up a GoFundMe webpage. The goal, to raise a couple $1,000s for a more permanent and professionally made prosthetic, donating nearly $8,000.
It's a great feeling.
Julian Gask proves perseverance comes in all forms. Sometimes you only need to look up to find it. Jeremy Ross, CBS 2 News.